Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Faye. I'm a yoga teacher based in Miami, Florida, and thank you so much for joining me. If you missed last week's video, it was about why I quit modeling, and as I told that story, I asked a question that you could ask yourself to see if you needed to quit any habits. In this video, I'll be explaining how I got into yoga and what tip that you can carry with you or challenge yourself with this year to make sure that you're getting into the right things. So it all started with Marina. Hey Marina, I know that you're watching this. You guys can follow her on Instagram here. She sings, she has a beautiful voice. She hit me up and she said, hey, you know Daphna? Hey Daphna, I know that she's watching too. This is her personal page and this is her yoga studio. Follow her and support her as well. She let me know that Daphna was opening up a yoga studio. She said, hey, do you want to come to her first class? And I said, yeah, sure. Why not? And at this time, I was really into posting on social media. I was really into getting the perfect picture. So I distinctly remember saying, yeah, sure, as long as you get a picture for me for the gram. And she said, okay, Faye. And we went. At the end of the class, when she told us to open our eyes, I was shook. I felt, even 2 years later, it's hard to describe. I felt very calm, at peace, very heavy with emotions. I didn't know what was causing those emotions. I just know that I had never felt them before and I was feeling them full throttle. Kind of like in a movie when a bomb goes off really close to the main character and they open their eyes, they're looking around, the audio is muted, they look lost as they're trying to get themselves back together. That's how I was until we got back to the car. The next thing I remember, being in the car halfway home, Marina said to me, oh, you didn't get your picture. And that's how I knew I was really in a trance, because I'm like, dang, I would never leave without getting my picture that I wanted for the gram. The first tip to you is to try something new. Yoga was something I was unfamiliar with. I had personal trainers, multiple gym memberships, but I had never gone to a yoga studio. That was literally my first time. Part 2, I kept going. I didn't know what those feelings were and I wanted to get to the bottom of them. I kept going every week, every Sunday to Daphna's class. The emotions started to clear up. I can't tell you what it was, but I can tell you it wasn't good, and I'm glad that it's gone and that yoga helped get rid of it. If you do yoga, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I'm glad that I kept going, that I kept showing up. And the next tip is to be consistent. I'm just kidding. They're working on the kitchen. After those feelings went away, I kept going to yoga because it just made me feel so good. I talked about how in modeling, I felt so disconnected from my body. With yoga, it was all about my feelings, my preferences. If I felt like going hard that day, I did. If I felt like taking it easy that day, I did. And I started to see the strength in my body, and most of all that my body could do for me. Modeling is all about what your body can do for a brand. Yoga is all about serving yourself in a healthy way. And I never would have discovered that if I was not consistent and I didn't keep showing up for my practice. One day after class, a student came up to me and said, why don't you teach? I thought about it and I said, I really don't have a reason not to become a yoga teacher. And I said, you know what? I should. Daphna, the angel that she is, she pointed me in the direction of the studios that I got my yoga teacher trainings. If you'd like me to talk about those things, just let me know. And I signed up for a 200-hour teacher training that went from November to January. That is the foundation. It's to become a certified yoga teacher. In February, I did my 300-hour, which is the advanced training. So you can consider the 200-hour like the bachelor's degree, and the 300-hour like the master's degree. I received both of those certifications in 2022. I have been teaching at the same studio where I practiced every Sunday, and I still teach there now. I'll put all the information, the link to sign up for my class. I teach on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. at Flux Yoga Studio. I love it. I feel so good. Everybody in my life, my friends and family, have told me, Faye, we've seen a change in you. You're so much better, you're lighter, you're happier, gained weight. I look healthy and feel healthy. The thing that I love the most about yoga is that you really can't fake it. Modeling, so many times I had to suck it up and pretend like I was happy when I wasn't because the camera was pointed my way, but on the inside I wanted to cry. I remember times when I was on the verge of having a panic attack or an anxiety attack, and I would say, no, suck it up. You have a casting to go to, you have a photo shoot, and you can't have puffy red eyes in the shoot. But I have done yoga classes and cried in the yoga studio on my mat through the entire practice. It's like where you can let everything out and when you can also take everything in. That's why I'm so glad to teach, because I love sharing, healing, that peace, reconnection to self, mind, and body. Oh girl, I could get into it. So learn more about things that you're interested in. If I didn't go to Daphna and say, hey, I'm thinking about getting my teacher training, I would have never learned about local studios that I could go to become certified. So if you're interested in something, ask people around you, look online, and try to get a further education. Number 1, try something new. Number 2, be consistent. Number 3, learn about your interests. That wraps it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on the socials. I'll see you in my next video where I'll be explaining why I started YouTube. And that'll be part 3 of this intro series. So until then, act accordingly. Bye.